Hi, it's Michelle Songbird song. Or if you want to put my middle name, Michelle Einstein Songbird song. I saw the damn mouse again. He got out of here and went over there where we put the plastic, put my food in a plastic thing, and he's a big little bastard too. And put and he's running around there. I thought Maria, she said he couldn't smell the food because it would be in there, but he was running around there. I haven't slept because who could sleep, right, with a mouse running around? When the exterminator came with Carlos, I said, give me a mouse trap. And they tried to give me the paper thing. I already have that. He said, you have to, you probably have a hole in the wall that they come in from. So what does that mean? They're in the walls? Oh, creepy. So he's saying that I have to make room so they can search behind the bed and over the other table and things to see if there's a hole that they're coming in here through there, you know. Oh, you see this room, I was turning it into a museum of incarnations, identities. In other words, my family, like Melanie, right? She was St. Patrick. She was the goddess Isis. She was the queen of the Nile, Cleopatra. And she was Christopher Columbus. So I have, like, her picture, and I try to put pictures of her incarnations near her picture. It's very difficult because I was working with a lot of people, and now I'm just narrowing it down to my family. I guess things change. So I probably should explain why I arrested the earth. Well, first of all, the Holy Royal Family of good human beings, gods and goddesses and mystics and good geniuses and business magnates like that, have been given rulership of the earth. Or is it America? It is America, right. And that's very interesting. I should show you how that works. America. Oh, how am I gonna get up and hold this? The room is too small for a chair. So my bed is my office, and my dining room. I'm scared to eat because he'll smell my food. I think he's very hungry. He'll smell I know what happened. I cleaned out under the bed because I had stored some of my research under the bed. So I cleaned it out. So ever since I cleaned it out, he pops up a mouse, I guess that has something to do with it. I want to show you America, what it really is about, right? Here we go. I'm charging my phone as I see. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. It says A. Mary. Car. America. See? Oops. See? America. Early on, I think it was Robin or somebody told me that I'm am. Okay, I don't really know why I got into that. I'm just showing you that. Okay, so, oh, another thing I should explain. My humor. Chairman Singh said it's called gallows humor. When I was in California, Beverly Hills, at a party, this guy comes over to me, a little short black guy, and said, I just did a movie with Raquel Welch. And I said, oh yeah? I just did some lyrics for an album that's been released called What It Is. But it didn't sell anything, ha ha ha. But I didn't ha ha ha. I mean, I actually laughed, right? This album. Oh, I put my face in Sing's face there because Birdsong looks so mean on it. Look, he's hugging himself. Females, a woman need 4 hugs a day. And he's hugging himself. He told me he was cold, that's why he did that. So I'm going to explain why I arrested the earth that turned into COVID. It was because Elon Musk kept talking about putting satellites up there because they want to institute, perhaps that's the right word, 5G, which means they connect the consciousnesses of the peoples, let me show you how I spell that, to a computer. Computers, Pee pulls, right? If you have to pee, it pulls you to the toilet. Can't mess around with that. Pee really pulls. So I identify people as peoples, the peoples. Get it? Just like I identify. I never liked that word woman. Woman. It spells woman, right? Woe to men. What does it mean? Well, no, I like men. There's no woe to men. So I realized it's supposed to be woman. A female has a woman, her body. So they are women. They are not women or woman. They're woman. Can you see that? I messed up the W a little bit, but that's a W. Woman, peoples, and America. Mary, of course. You could bring it down here. Magdalene, M-A-G, Magdalene, Mary, Magdalene, you say. Consciousness, A, the first mother consciousness is Eve, Mary Magdalene. Yeah, that's kind of messy, but I know what I mean. You don't know what I mean. Who said, Dr. Einstein said, If you can't explain it so a 6-year-old can understand it, you don't understand it yourself. Yeah. I think that's good. But let me go back to why I did COVID. So I didn't know I was doing COVID. All I knew was we have to do something. This man is sending up satellites, he said, to the so something about towers, so they can because with 5G they have to have lots of towers, right? So something like that, yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, what's he? And then they're saying, the astronomers are saying you can't see the stars. And I said, what? Can't see the stars? What? They're crowding out the heaven? The heavens? What is going on? We can't have this. And the birds, they're interfering with the birds. You know, bad enough people shoot them. What kind of monsters shoot birds? They're singers. The singers were the birds, right? So that's why I did it, to stop those people sending satellites. Talk about you're going to send 44 more satellites. What? What? No. So I did it to protect the heavens and the birds, you know. So I felt I had no choice. I didn't really think, well, if I arrest the earth, because the Holy Royal Family certainly has the power to do that, and we did it. I did it. Arrest the earth, that means school stop and see, I didn't know all that. I just knew we had to stop these people from sending littering the atmosphere. Okay, so I hope that's clear. And Dr. Shiva was telling people, listen. In fact, he did a 2-hour show on, where's he at? Where are you, Dr. Shiva? Oh, he's up there on the collage. He did a 2-hour show on Next Network, I think that's what it was called, and explaining COVID and how all you need to do is strengthen your immune system, and your immune system will, you know, protect you. And you know, idiots. And he explained Fauci, that guy, just a guy that he was in charge of the HIV crisis, and he gave the homosexuals the wrong medicine and killing them. And all he ever wanted to do was to work in public health. He didn't want to help people, or you know, he just wanted a job in public health. He's a short guy, someone said, and he's got a short guy complex, you know. But had they listened, and Dr. Shiva wrote the President of the United States explaining to him what I just said, all you have to do is keep your immune system straight. Dr. Shiva, when he was 14 years old, created email. And you know how wonderful that is, and amazing that is. And he has 3 degrees from MIT. He's an expert on systems. And he has figured out all kind of answers to all kind of problems we have, you know, such as COVID. But, you know, people, like here, I gave the art director I wrote up on index cards like this, right? Dr. Shiva, and then I wrote the website where he was, speaking and explaining what you need to do for COVID. Robin says Hawaii, where she lives, is the last state to stop mandating wearing masks. Yet here at St. Francis, you have to wear a mask. And I said to her, you're behind the times. Listen to what Dr. Shiva is teaching. He knows. He's got 3 degrees from MIT. I'm not that big on school learning, but MIT is real. You know, that's for engineers and people. So they don't listen. So Robin sent me a breathable mask so I can breathe. Because I swear I couldn't breathe in those other masks. And people would be talking to me wearing masks. I said, what? Your mouth is covered. I can't hear what you're saying. What are you saying? And it was true. I couldn't hear. I don't know what they're saying. I couldn't. Yeah. And Melanie, see there, over there, the microwave and the refrigerator? Melanie saved my life. She sent me that. She got 4 children. I don't even know how she could afford to do it, but she sent me a microwave and a refrigerator when I first moved here. And I said, oh, I don't need that. It's okay. But she knew better. And she has really saved me. I've been able to store, well, you know what you do with a refrigerator. So, my children are so helpful. So, that's all I wanted to do. I tried to sleep and then I woke up and I said, why can't I sleep? And then I saw the mouse over there. You know, that plastic thing where my food is. And I said, oh, that's why I woke up. Because he was over here, I showed on an earlier video. Now he left, he must be really hungry. Oh, that's creepy. That is creepy to be living in a room with a hungry mouse and no food for him because we locked it up. And I swear I cannot get a slice of bread for him because if I see him eating my bread, I'll go nuts. I'll get so angry. He belongs outside. Why is he in my house, my room? He belongs outdoors. He doesn't belong in here. Okay, so that's all I have to say. Every time I think I've said it all, now I can sleep. And I lay my head down and I sleep 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and this. Oh, I gotta tell him this. Oh, I gotta tell him that. Because they're gonna be mad at me when they realize that I arrested the earth and the COVID thing started. Because Gurinder Singh let it be, you know. But if you read Aldous Huxley's piece about the abnormals of the world, the millions of abnormal people who are the so-called normal people. I read it in writing group, and the teacher said, wow, I got to read Brave New World, you know. It's so well written. I read it on one video. Let's see if I can find it. Where? We don't read enough. What do we do? Watch TV? And the visiting nurse said, no, you have to have a TV. And I said, I had a TV. Maria gave me a TV. I sold it. She said, why? I said, because it hypnotizes you. It's at the level of hypnosis. And I don't want to be hypnotized. So she said, well, you could watch Golden Girls, and you can watch The Price is Right. And I said, no, I don't want to watch that. Well, you could watch Family Feud. I said, well, I like Steve Harvey. But what really I miss is PBS. What I Did for Love. Kiss Today Goodbye. The Sweetness and the Sorrow. Wish Me Luck, the same to you. But I can't regret what I did for love. Oh, isn't that beautiful? That's from Josh Groban's album, Stages. Is that the name of the album, Stages? So I'm not finding it, and I put it here so I would be able to find it. So what is the meaning of my not being able to find it? Somebody tell me. Is this it? This may be it. This is not it. This says, oh no, I can't have dead time. The Lazy Song. Did you see that video? It's not new, but it is from a Martian, Bruno Mars. Wow, it blew my mind. It's called The Lazy Song. Maybe I'll try to get it up on my computer. And, yeah, on my computer, I'll let you see it. This is it. I found it. All right. Now, let me put on my glasses and I'll read it to you. I noticed Jordan Peterson was reading from his works tonight also. I've done this before. So it said, the real hopeless victims of mental illness are to be found among those who appear to be most normal. Many of them are normal because they're so well adjusted to our mode of existence, because their human voice has been silenced so early in their lives that they do not even struggle or suffer or develop symptoms as the neurotic does. They are normal, not in what may be called the absolute sense of the word. They are normal only in relation to a profoundly abnormal society. Their perfect adjustment to perfect adjustment to that abnormal society is a measure of their mental sickness. These millions of abnormally normal people living without fuss in a society to which, if they were fully human beings, they ought not to be adjusted. You see? Now that was by Aldous Huxley in Brave New World. When I went to India, Charan Singh said, the world is mad. And I knew I was in the right place because I know that to be true too. And for him to say that, let me know. He certainly understands what the way things are. This is the first biracial. Jesus Christ. So isn't he beautiful? Sing Songbird Song McCartney. And that's his mother, the first female Jesus Christ level consciousness, Mary Magdalene. I found this today in one of these bags here. And here's my favorite picture of him ever. He doesn't take too many pictures, but isn't he gorgeous? Look at that lion. Look at that. Look, strength, power. What does it say here? Scenes past lives. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, composer, a prolific and influential composer of the classical period. Despite his short life, his rapid pace of composition resulted in more than 800 works of virtually every genre of his time. Born January 27. Now, Josh Groban was born February 27. Interesting. They're both nines. That's like me. That's limitless energy. No wonder he's a workaholic and a perfectionist. That's what I am too. I guess that's what Sting is. 7, 8, 9. When he was Mozart. So Mozart's birthplace was Salzburg, Austria. Which brings me to The Sound of Music. Having been Oscar Hammerstein, I can assure you I did not know the story of the Alps, where I guess it was Hannibal crossed the Alps with the elephants, and somehow all these bodies were on the Alps, dead, and that's a lot of vibrations. Now I haven't spoken of this before. I'm just sort of doing it now off the top of my head. But she said, I wrote, the hills are alive, talking about the Alps, with the sound of music. But if you want to say, like I heard Josh Groban say in the book of, when he was singing the Book of Love, he said, music. I heard him say it that way. Music. Moo. It's a cow. The cows are sick because you ate their babies, the calves, called veal. I know, I just skipped from elephants to cows. I really don't know how all these dead animal bodies got on top of the Alps. But Geraldine was trying to tell me something about that. He was saying, the world thinks the sound of music is beautiful and gorgeous and lovely. But what it is the mooing of the sick cow because you killed her babies behind her back. Just like Michelle just said. It's moo-sick. Moo-sick. And it brings what's in you out. Right. You vomit up feelings and words and power and sounds. And all that is the muse is coming from a place of grief and torment, because when you lose a loved one, especially a child, an offspring, it breaks your heart, you know. It makes you profoundly sorrowful. So a lot of the songs are sorrowful, like on this album, What It Is. It ain't no fun being a welfare recipient. Oh, I got the picture here too. That's good. I wrote the lyric. It was about my friend. I was a teenager and she was an adult, but she was on welfare and she lived across the street from me in Tennessee. And I wrote a song when it was time for me to be a lyricist again, This Life, for Edwin Birdsong. You see him? That's his face. That's his coat. He's leaning on a cane. This is a baby grand piano, and there's over 100,000 people here listening to him sing. It ain't no fun being a welfare recipient. It's a rally for poor people in Washington, D.C. Eugene McCarthy is here somewhere. There he is. He's running for president. Gloria Steinem's there. She's now here. Her name is Audrey. And she wears glitter, shiny glittery shoes or something. And one day she freaked out and jumped nigger on us and just started cussing at the top of her lungs. So she's black now. So, this is, and this picture appeared on the front page of the New York Times. Now, and this should have sent this album, gotten some play for it, right? It was as though it didn't even happen. There was a blackout on the album because it was a new, I call it black folk music, right? It was a new way of black people looking at themselves and the way they express themselves in music. The Uncle Tom game is a psychological profile of Uncle Tom, who was created by Harriet Beecher Stowe, who is now Candace Owen. I trust I'm getting these names correctly. And let me see what I got here for welfare. Let's see, what did I write? It ain't no fun being a welfare recipient.